Hi you guys, Miss Longest here. Would much rather be talking to you guys in class, but here we are. We're making do with what we've got. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on the way class is going to work, e-learning with our brand new made over Canvas page. So just want you guys to follow along as I basically give you guys a little tour of our Canvas page and how e-learning is going to work for me specifically. So when you open up our Canvas page, you're going to see this new home page. This is just a little header, but everything else you should be able to click on. So as you can see, I've got it organized. We have your schedules and your info, your ways to contact me, and then we have different weeks. So as of right now, this is the only one that has stuff up because we're in week 1 right now. Week 2 should be live pretty soon. As will week 3. So let's start with the schedules and information button. So here we go. This is going to take you to basically all of your need to know kind of stuff. So if you're confused on anything, I would 10 out of 10 recommend coming here before sending me an email or being confused about something. So I actually want to start with this, the one that says block US history information, go to for questions and concerns. So this is basically going to be your syllabus for the online version of the class that we are currently in. So this is going to give you a breakdown of kind of all the things you need to know. So first off, communication. This is going to be the email that I use throughout this time. So if you want to email me, please email misslongest@gmail.com. Communicating through Canvas is not the best way because it's going to also send that to Mr. Ellery or Mr. Bradley depending on which block class you're in, and we just don't want to flood their emails as well with emails they don't need to answer. So email me misslongest@gmail.com. I have virtual office hours, so that means 9 to 11 every day, meaning Monday through Friday, are the best times to email me, meaning I'm pretty much guaranteed I'm going to be on my laptop that day. If for some reason that's going to change, I will let you guys know in advance. Also, this is AM. Let's just assume this is AM. I'm not going to be emailing at 9 to 11 p.m. Anyways, you're always welcome to send me an email either on the weekend or at a time outside of the office hours. Truthfully, especially on weekdays, I will probably be on my email outside of that time, but this is just a good kind of guarantee time. So send me an email whenever, just this is probably the best bet for when I'm going to answer them. All right, so you guys may have seen in an email that we're going to have 30 minutes of instructional time per day. So for me, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to have like a 30-minute lecture for you every day. For me, that means I'm going to try to give you activities that are going to add up to 30 minutes per day. So if you read this, it basically explains the way I kind of think about this. So if you have 5 activities due at the end of the week, then they're going to be 5 short class activities. They're going to be 5 about 30-minute activities. Maybe on a week I'm only going to assign you 2 activities, but that means those activities are probably going to take you a bit more time, if that makes sense. So if I assign you an activity, and let's say the activity is 45 minutes long, don't wig out. That just means you can complete it in however amount of time you want, whether you want to complete it in one day, if you want to do a little bit each day, that's up to you. But my goal is to give you, yes, this 30 minutes of instructional time per day, but you don't have to necessarily complete it per day. So going along with that, the way basically then my class schedule is going to work is that I will give you class activities starting on Monday, and they're going to be due that following Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So as I said before, if you're someone that you want to do them throughout the week, you want to get them out of the way, if you want to do them all on Sunday, it is up to you, but you basically have a full week to complete whatever activities I assign. There is one exception for being due on Sunday, and that is discussion boards. So I want to do my best to keep us communicating as if we are in class. So we are going to have discussion boards. And I think discussion boards are kind of like class discussion. They're what you make of it. If you want to give really cookie cutter answers, if you want to give really boring responses, you're welcome to do so. But personally, I think they're a lot more engaging if you're honest about your opinions and put some thought into these. So we're going to do some discussion boards. We're going to have one a week. And you need to post your initial post by Friday. So this is the one exception to the Sunday rule. Your initial discussion board post for the week is going to be due on Friday at 11:59. That way, this is going to give you guys time to discuss Saturday and Sunday. Just read through the responses, give some short replies. Obviously, it's better to post earlier because, as you guys know, Saturday and Sunday are the weekends. So post them as soon as you can, but at the latest, I'll accept them by Friday. So your homework. So your homework is not included in this 30-minute instructional time. Your homework for me is going to be textbook readings. So basically, I have you assigned basically 2 sections a week. And a quiz that covers those 2 sections. This week, even though it's a shortened week, you have 2 sections, but you'll see they're really short sections, so the reading should be about the same equivalent. So those quizzes are also going to be due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. We'll cover the calendar in a second, but you'll see on the calendar I have suggestions of what sections to read when, but those are solely suggestions. So you can complete the reading however much you want. You want to do a page a day? Great. You want to read them all at once? Great, that's fine. Whatever works best for you. So then that being said, your grades for the course are going to be the class activities that I assign you, the discussion boards, that one initial post, 2 responses, and reading quizzes. So those are pretty much going to be your grades for this initial portion. For late work, just needed to be said, I will accept late work, but there will be some type of penalty depending on how late it is. If for any reason you're expecting to have issues completing something, especially with this whole online thing, like let's say they're coming to fix your internet and you can't leave your house because we're in this weird quarantine thing, like please just let me know that you're going to have an issue with something ahead of time. Emailing me the day after and letting me know that you knew about something isn't going to bode well. So please just overly communicate with me about what's going on. Then I have this little Mr. Rogers quote, because who doesn't love Mr. Rogers? It says, in times of stress, the best thing we can do for each other is to listen with our ears and our hearts and to be assured that our questions are just as important as our answers. So that kind of segues me into kind of saying that, like I told you guys on Friday, we're all really confused right now. We're all learning things. So if you have questions, please just let me know. Please email me, contact me. I'm happy to answer them. We're all learning here. So please be patient with me. I'll be patient with you, and we will figure it all out. So that's basically your little overview of the course. This is the block calendar. A quick note for Bradley and Foley block. This is my other block classes calendar. The history dates will be the same. The English will look different. I will post your calendar in your Canvas page, but as for this video, this is going to both block classes. All right, so here we are. This is the start of our e-learning time. So this is going to have, for me, it's going to tell you what topic we're on. It's going to tell you what readings you have going on. It's going to tell you where your quizzes are, and it's going to tell you what activities we're doing. And then there's your English stuff. To make this even more clear, I made a history only schedule, and it's literally just going to break it down by weeks. So like, let's just look at week 1 for now. It's going to tell you what your readings are. It's going to tell you what activities you need to get done. It's going to tell you what the quiz is over, and then it's telling you when things are due. Oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. Anyways, so that's just an even more thorough breakdown. As you guys will see, I try to make things like as stupidly clear as possible, just because I know with online courses things can be confusing, so there are multiple things posted in multiple places. Okay, quick thing about these calendars. They are in Google Doc form, which means they might change. If they change, I will make sure to communicate that extremely well. But expect that if we are in the week of something, so like when we are in week 1, as we currently are, I'm probably not going to change anything. But let's say I want to change something about week 3. I might change something about week 3, and I will definitely let you know. That being said, let's explore what like a week breakdown is going to look like. So we're in week 1. So when you go to week 1, you'll click on week 1. Here we go. Boom. What do we have? Another breakdown. So this is what I'm talking about. Like once we're here, once we have the solid week in a glance, this probably isn't going to change. So this week you have readings 9.4, 9.5. Your reading quiz is due Sunday. Your activities are all due Sunday except for that initial discussion post. How many times can I say it? And this is what you're going to do. You're going to complete your Edpuzzle, complete your JFK. You're already doing this. Complete your conspiracy theory activities, and then complete your discussion board. So, boom, look at this. We have buttons for every single one of those tasks. So this one, you're already in Edpuzzle. If I click it, it's going to take you to Edpuzzle. It's going to take you to the video that I assigned you. Beautiful. How great is that? Next, if you click Activities, it's going to take you to a Google slideshow that has all of your activities. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Miss Longus. You're welcome. And then if you click within those, it's going to take you to like all the documents that you need for the week. Makes sense? You can read through that later. Next, discussion board. Click on that. Boom. We're at the discussion board. There's me. Just kidding, it's Mr. Bradley. And then I don't have your quiz up yet, but if you were to click on quiz, it would take you to the quiz. Does that all make sense? You can't respond, but I'll have a little section in the Edpuzzle you're watching to respond. How fun. Okay, let's go back to the home page just to show you contact me. This is pretty simple. My office hours once again, and my email once again. Pretty simple. So these are all disabled right now, but obviously they'll be enabled by the time you guys are watching this. My startup disk is full. But yeah, so that's just going to be a little rundown. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to post them in the short answer I'm going to put up on the Edpuzzle. Feel free to email me. As I said, we are all figuring this out together. So don't be afraid to ask questions, support one another. I hope you all make the best of this time. I hope you set goals to do things you wouldn't normally get to do, bake a new recipe, spend some time on that sport or that hobby or that thing you don't normally have time to do. Spend some time with your family. And spend some time away from your laptop and away from your phone. I know that's a hard one for me, but especially with doing school online, it's going to be so important to kind of put the screens down. So I have a lot of faith in you guys, and I'm excited to see how this goes. And overall, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to do my best to find stuff that's going to be interesting for you all. So I miss you all. I hope we see each other soon. And have a great week 1. Here we go.